I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Captain America Steve Rogers issue number 13. See more untold tales of Hydra Cap during the Great War. All this and more. Let's hop on in and find out what happens next, shall we? Alright then, so as the comic opens, we get to see another flashback to Captain America's cosmically rewritten history, this time during one of the most important battles he ever fought during World War II. You see, the Allies have managed to zero in on Baron Zemo and his experimental rocket project. They want Cap and the Defenders to go lead the charge and bring this guy to justice, including his son Helmut. Too bad what no one on the Allies knew is that Hydra Cap was actually BFFs with old Helmut, so this is going to be really awkward for him. Does he keep his cover or does he stay loyal to his best friend in the world? Furthermore to that, Undercover Cap is actually really starting to like Bucky too, and when there comes a moment when he has to choose between one or the other, he hesitates. And it's in that hesitation, Zemo the Senior ends up getting caught in a rocket and more or less sent to his death. Apparently, this horrible mishap would weigh on Cap's mind just as much as the death of Bucky weighed on his mind back before his history was rewritten. In fact, it's clear to see even in this rewritten history, the stuff with the rockets is clearly trying to draw some sort of parallel to the real memory. Now, that's the past storyline. In the present, Baron Zemo is making the rounds after agreeing to help Captain America, and once again, we're not exactly sure what sort of game he's playing, how much Kobik rewrote his mind, if any. What we do know is he spends the bulk of the issue hitting up some poor schmuck's house and terrorizing him. What he really wants though, well, that's a lot more complicated, and in a nice bit of continuity, Nick Spencer draws this all the way back to Pleasant Hill when S.H.I.E.L.D. had all of those supervillains in their custody. Turns out Dr. Selvig, who had also been turned by Kobik, put a bunch of tracker chips inside all of the criminals, even though he wasn't really supposed to. This was not for S.H.I.E.L.D.'s benefit, it was for the benefit of Hydra. Zemo, great military tactician that he is, believes that if Captain America is to succeed in his plan of overthrowing the Red Skull and claiming Hydra for himself, he can't do it on his own, and for that he will need an army. It's a good thing then that Zemo has the names and addresses of a bunch of royally ticked off supervillains who would love to mess up the Law and Order scene right about now. The only issue though is we're not entirely sure if Zemo is doing this of his own accord or because Steve told him to. Oh sure, we get a little letter from the past wherein a very sad and distraught Steve promised Zemo that one day he would make up for the death of his father and he would build an army that they would lead together. But, you know, we don't really know if Steve changed his mind in all that time since then, and furthermore, as I keep saying, Zemo is a real wild card in this. We're not exactly sure how much he knows or how much of his brain has been changed. What we do know for certain though now is that there is a renewed blood feud between the Zemo family and Bucky the Winter Soldier that will almost certainly be coming to a head sooner rather than later. And just to complicate those matters even further, Bucky, in case you forgot, is the current guardian of Kobik, the all-powerful cosmic cube godchild that kicked all these events off in the first place. So there you go everybody, Captain America Steve Rogers number 13 served as another interesting piece of the ever-growing tapestry in our lead up to the Secret Empire event. I think it's a pretty smart idea that Nick Spencer has made the last two issues of this series kind of light on Captain America so we don't get burned out on Hydra Cap or his grand master plan. This has probably been one of the most intricate ongoing comic book stories I've read in a while now. A lot of moving pieces, a lot of different factions, and a lot of different people with a lot of different goals they want to accomplish, but that's what makes it so great. I've always been a big fan of Baron Zemo, and I always wish they used him more than they did, and I gotta say this is shaping up to be one of the best stories he personally has ever been involved in. I also like to see the follow-through on the villains being angry about what S.H.I.E.L.D. did to them in the fallout of Pleasant Hill. Overall, I feel comfortable giving this issue an 8.5 out of 10. It was a good time. So there you go everybody, another Cap book on the books in the lead up to Secret Empire. If you liked this video and you want to know more about what's going on, please check out some of the other videos I have on the channel. In fact, check out my whole Captain America related playlist so you too can get up to speed on what's been going on. Heck, you want more info on what I got coming down the pipelines? Then please be sure to follow me on social media. I got Twitter, I got Instagram, I got Facebook, I even got Twitch occasionally for streaming, and you can find links to all of it down in the description. Want to support me in the creation of videos just like this one? Then hey, why not throw a little chain ski in my cyber tip jar, or better yet, why not become a patron and and get access to a bunch of exclusive content before anyone else. A little bit goes a long way, and you can even help me by buying and reading more comics. Yes, that's right, I have a book depository link down in the description of this very video. If you buy yourself something nice from there, not only will you be getting a book, but you'll be helping me out too. So until we meet again, everyone, I'm Cape Joel, and I will see you in another video.